Sins of the USA Government, Part 3. Habari gani, Mainduga Nadada. This is Volume 3, or Part 3, of the role, criminal that is, of the United States government in the oppression and degradation of our ancestors. My brothers and sisters, I'd just like to take a few more minutes of your time, try to make it as briefly as I possibly can, to talk to you just a wee bit and open your eyes to something, to give you more understanding, and with the understanding, the ability to devise a method by which we can bring this to a halt or gain our liberation. And this is about the organization our government allowed to exist, promote it, supports, called the police departments in every state. Just like to speak to you on the origin of the police and police terror. First, you must understand that the police are the frontline foot soldiers of our oppressors. They keep us under control by patrolling where we live, the ghettos where we live, on a 24-hour basis, to make sure we are under control at all times. Let me speak to you a little bit here on how it came into existence, the police department. There's been a continuous attack by police departments on the African American communities and individuals since their origin as patrollers during slavery to and through the present. The patrollers originated as a custom to please a few slaveholders and to help them control their stock. One slave reported the following consequence for being found by a patroller without a pass, and I quote, "Got to have paper. Got to carry you paper. Them patrollers put you across the law, beat you to death," unquote. Ain't nothing changed. They're still doing that. Or they use a different format today. They use the high-powered guns and other weapons they have at their disposal. But these slave patrollers, they were often armed, and some even rode horses, accompanied by attack dogs. They had the right to assault any slave who was caught where they shouldn't be without a pass. Many times they killed slaves who tried to escape their questions. Some hired themselves out to widows and other female slave owners to whip their slaves for 50 cents apiece. Lewis Clark, the famous explorer, left the following eyewitness account of the cruelty of these patrollers, and I quote, "The greatest scoundrel is always captain of a band of patrols. They are the offscouring of all things, the refuse, the fag end, the ears and tails of slavery, the scales and fins of fish, the tooth and tongues of serpents. They are the very fool's cap of baboons, the echo of parrots, the wallet and satchel of polecats, the scum of stagnant pool, the exuvial, the worn-out skin of slaveholders. They are emphatically the servants of servants and slaves of the devil. They are the meanest and lowest and worst of all creation. Like starved wharf rats, they are out nights creeping into slave cabins to see if they have an old bone there. Drive out husbands from their own beds and then take their places. They get up all sorts of pretenses, false as their lying tongues can make them, and then whip the slaves and carry a gory lash to the master for a piece of bread. Unquote. Now, brothers and sisters, they whipped us, killed us, raped our women, and most importantly, they controlled us for the slave owner's benefit. The modern policemen have their origins in that madness. Now you can get understanding why they act the way they act. They are merely performing the duties they were hired to perform. Wake up, my brothers and my sisters. Once again, peace, Hotep, and let's get it together before it's too late. Hotep.